Well, here we are cutting some red peppers. I didn't like the way that one looked inside, so I had to throw it away, but all the rest look pretty good. Anyway, so what I'm making here is I am just cutting up some peppers and some onions and some mushrooms just to have them. I like to cut them up and fry them and get them ready so that way I can, add them to like whatever. I like steakums or just some meat or whatever. And I'm giving the dogs some. I have Penny on the one side and Lola and Junior on the other. It's still supervised together time, but we're getting better. We're getting better. We've been working on these dogs and getting them all to be in the same room together. And Lola's fine. She's just an old soul and she loves everybody. Penny is hyper. And Junior is a little bit fear reactive. So that's the problem. Penny plays hard. I think it's the German Shepherd in her. Or maybe the healer. Oh yeah, and I'm cutting up cute little baby cucumbers. These are my favorite. I don't know. I just think these taste the best. They have the best texture. I don't really like full size cucumbers as much. I have to peel the skin off and cut them real small. But I love baby cucumbers so much. I'm gonna make a. He was grabbing the salt. I'm gonna make recreate the salad from Hungry Root, the corn, cucumber, black bean salsa salad thing. So that's what I'm doing with that. I am just cutting a whole bunch of vegetables. Okay, this is the paneer. He's stealing a piece of the cheese too. I chopped that up and I thought I was recording, but I guess I wasn't. So now I'm going to chop up those little baby potatoes from Hungry Root. Okay, and I'm just listening to an audiobook here. I got some water on my shirt. The audiobook I'm listening to is Aren't We Lucky by Sarah Forbes Stewart. I was listening on Audible. Listen to a lot of audiobooks during the week because I like to listen to them while I cook, while I clean, while I'm working, in between phone calls, while I do laundry. I mean, like, people are always, oh, you should just sit down and read a book. But, like, I don't get a lot of time to just sit down and do nothing, like, focus on one thing. So I'm like, hey, I'm listening to an amazing book while I'm prepping dinner or folding laundry. And I love it. Um, I don't know why people are haters sometimes. I don't understand it. Audiobooks are amazing. I like listening while I'm taking a nice drive too. Like when I drive to go see my mom, either I'll call. Okay, so I'm gonna put some of this olive oil down, or no, it's avocado oil, and then there's the cut up cherry tomatoes, the cut up baby potatoes, and the paneer. It was supposed to come. I was supposed to use a taco seasoning, but I decided to go a little rogue while I was making this. I will put the recipe from Hungry Root on the screen for you guys and you can see what it is that I made. By the way, these are no certain recipes. I'm just kind of cutting things up and meal prepping for the week. And as I was saying before I got cut off, sometimes I'll like call friends that don't have Facebook or YouTube like on my rides, or I'll listen to an audiobook. I was just talking to Josh. I don't know what I was saying though. Um, yeah, I decided to use the everything spicy from Flavor God. And I threw in a couple peppers just for fun. I was like, why not? So I'm going to chop them up into littler pieces and put them on there. I was like, let's add extra color. Okay, here we are cutting up the mushrooms. So I don't really know what to talk about for a minute. Okay, but anyways, so these are for the just the onion pepper mushroom mix for my steakums and any other stuff I might want to add it to. Um, Maybe an omelet, whatever. I just like to have them cut up and cooked up. I find it easier that way. Like if I go in the fridge and stuff is already made, then I'm more inclined to eat better, you know? Like, because sometimes I just don't want to cook. You know how it is. And then I just get in these moods where I want to prep a whole bunch of food while I listen to audiobooks. And here we are cutting up the onion. I like it really thin. How do you like your onions cut? Do you have a favorite kind of onion? I never used to like onions. And now I like them when they're cooked. I prefer red. I prefer white and yellow. I'm not really a fan of the red ones yet. I am also not a fan of like raw onions yet. Maybe I'll get there. I do like chives though. Um, I do like them raw. And okay, now we're cooking the onions and the peppers. And we're going to fry them all up in some delicious olive oil. Add some pink salt, some Trader Joe's unami, which I'm almost out of. But it's one of my favorite seasonings for the onions and the peppers and the mushrooms and my steakums. And I used a little bit of the Tony Chachere's Bold. I know I probably flashed it too fast. And then I put the mushrooms in. You got to cook the peppers and the onions first, and then you got to put the lid on and sweat them. But there's the mushrooms in there. You put them in last because they cook really fast. I mean, look at that. Look at that, how fast they cook. Okay, and then Penny's over there staring at me like, hey, Mom, can I get some of that? It looks delicious. She doesn't like her veggies raw. She likes them cooked. The other dogs love raw veggies. And don't worry, I do not give them onions. She's like, yeah. And look, here's the finished product. Actually, I love cherry tomatoes when they're cooked like this, all smushy and roasted. And potatoes.
Hey everyone, it's me. So here is what the finished product of the paneer, tomato, potato, and pepper. I added some peppers even though it wasn't in the recipe. It did come with a taco seasoning, but as you saw, I used different seasoning. So there you go. And Josh and Kat have already tried some. What did you guys think of the paneer potato thing?
It was pretty good.
Real good.
Cool. I'm gonna try a bite right now. I got my favorite fork. I'm gonna try some tomato and some paneer. Oh. See, I can eat cherry tomatoes as long as they're cooked. Same with onions. Can't eat them raw, but I love them cooked. That is amazing. You okay there?
I hit my funny bone. I'm always hitting my funny bone, man.
The potatoes are really good too. I was worried they wouldn't cook, but because you weren't supposed to cut them in half, or maybe you were. I don't know. I'm gonna put the recipe if you want to recreate it yourself. If you live near somewhere that sells paneer, hold on. Okay, and then I'm gonna throw this in the fridge. Put a lid on it, obviously. Throw it in the fridge and just have it to warm up whenever. And then also with the Kevin's and this seasoned rice, just the seasoned jasmine rice, not the cilantro lime rice. I made something else with that. And then I added a bag of broccoli from Walmart. So this is the honey ginger Kevin's beef, some rice, and broccoli. And it says it's only supposed to do 2, but I got 3 of these just ready to pop in the microwave and eat whenever. And then also, as you saw, I was chopping mushrooms, onions, and peppers. I like to cook them up ahead of time. They're not all the way done. They could be a little softer, but like what I'll do is I'll warm them up with them like a steakum or 2, make some burritos or Philly cheesesteak on a tortilla, mix them up with some hamburger meat. They're good for about 3 days like this in the fridge. Might be longer, but I won't eat them after 3 days. Because I'm really persnickety. I'm weird about things like that. But yeah, I just warm it up in the frying pan, cook it, bam. So, you know, that's like my meal prep. And then Cat's here now, so we're gonna clean up because you see there's all the cooking mess. I hate when my counters look like that, so we're gonna clean up. And then we have some things to review. We're gonna do a couple review videos because we've got the new Circle K Watermelon Dragon / Arizona to do for you. And then been saving this since I bought it to do with Cat because you know she loves Kit Kats and and also I don't know if we have time, we might try this new 7-Up flavor or not. I don't know. We will see where the day takes us. And she's about to go on a short trip, so I wanted to get them done before she leaves because I've been dying to try that Kit Kat. Every time I'm in the middle of the night, I'm like, no.
Got things to do and places to go and
Be like,
running out
no,
of time.
I can't eat that one. I have to wait for Cat. So, yeah, this is the food prep, like I said. And then you notice I saved some of the peppers. I'm gonna save or use them later. Also, I saved a couple tomatoes and the cucumbers. By the way, I have sliced cucumbers and peppers in there if you want some.
Awesome.
And I have little baby cherry tomatoes. I'm gonna chop those up even smaller and then mix them with some black beans and some chili or pinto beans and make more of that cucumber bean salad now that I know the recipe.
Good girl.
And I already ate the whole thing last night. I didn't even use chips, I just ate it. So maybe I'll get that done before you leave and you can tell me what you think of it. I'll try to record it if I make it. I can't get a guarantee I'll get her response. But yeah, anyways, so I don't have fresh basil, but I have tons of basil. Are we growing any basil?
Kind of.
Kind of, it's not ready.
Yeah.
Okay, I have basil, it's just dehydrated, which you add some lime juice or something and bam. Hey, Penny. Hey, Penny. Hey,
I need to start more.
good girl. Anyways, by the way, if you saw me doing that in the videos, when we had Pip, all the dogs learned sign language for sit, and then this is good dog. Or good dog, jazz hands. Anyways, she get a big old smile on her face.
Jazz hands.
Jazz
These
hands.
are jazz hands.
Look at her tail. She's like, yeah, I'm a good girl. Her
I
tail.
said that totally wrong.
It's okay.
These
So
are
that's what that
spirit
was
fingers.
when I was, and if you noticed,
Fingers.
I don't know if you noticed while I was cooking, I had Penny on this side, Junior and Lola on this side. And for those of you who have been around long enough, you know my battles for the last 4 years of having to keep them separated, but now I can get them all in the same room with supervision. I can't like leave them unsupervised because who knows what will happen. But if I'm there, I can usually get them to get along.
Good girl.
Only took 4 years. Anyways, okay. I'll be honest, the first couple years I wasn't trying because I was just trying to get Penny a home. But now that this is Penny's home, I've got to work on it. Okay, so, by the way, this is delicious. I love paneer. I'm going to give this like an 8 out of 10, personally, for me. And I haven't tried the Kevin's or anything yet. But I don't know. I've talked about it before. I just like to make food and then it's ready whenever. We barely ever, because Josh doesn't eat a lot. So, just kind of graze and pick food. Anyways, so I'm going to put this out. Maybe. I'll see what happens. We'll see what happens if I add the salad onto this or not. Okay, laters. I also ended up making the salad with the cucumber and the beans and the corn. I also added some chopped up red pepper. I just didn't film it. I didn't feel like being filmed. I put in dry dill and dry basil, olive oil, some pepperoncini juice, and a little red wine vinegar and pink sea salt. So It was delicious. I'm gonna leave it in the fridge to soak overnight in those juices, and I think it'll taste exactly like the Hungry Root version.